protein, fat, carbohydrates, calories, macronutrients, intermittent fasting, timed fasting, ketogenesis, and all that other stuff will be slightly explained in this guerrilla warfare video. Hey everybody, Ketogenic Jim here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I am here just to kind of go over some explanation on the percentages and how much easier it is to eat on a ketogenic diet when you are leveling out your macronutrients in the correct way. People think a lot of things are calories in, calories out, which 100% the ketogenic diet is a calories in, calories out diet. But if you look at the numbers in fat, protein, carbohydrates, you'll notice that not all macronutrients are equal. The biggest misconception that you see with a lot of initial doubt in the ketogenic diet is almost always fat has more calories per gram than protein and carbohydrates. So you have to eat less to lose weight. That is completely false because fat is more satisfying and your body can utilize it as a more cleaner fuel. The first thing we need to look at is carbohydrates, kind of the enemy of ketogenesis. Carbohydrates are simply a term for a lot of food that your body cannot process easily and needs to convert it into glucose. Carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram of macronutrient. Protein is also 4 calories per gram. But the major point is carbohydrates are being turned into glucose. Glucose is your blood sugar, and it's unhealthy for you in the short term because your body has to immediately process it and get it out. It is a very, very fast fuel. It's unhealthy because if you have a surplus of carbohydrates that you cannot burn fast enough, your body will convert it into body fat stored for later. Protein is something that humans need on a regular basis. Protein is the main repair source for muscle. If you are working out and you are stressing your muscles, you make little tiny tears in the fiber of your muscle. And that is how muscles grow, is you're separating them and slowly making them bigger and bigger. By doing those little tears, your body needs to repair those tears so the muscle can heal back the splice. This process is called protein synthesis. A lot of people immediately demand that you need to have a certain amount of carbohydrates just for your brain to work. Protein is very convertible. That is where the process called gluconeogenesis comes in. Your body can convert protein into carbohydrates of the necessary carbohydrates that your body needs. Fat is the biggest enemy of most diets, but in the ketogenic diet, it is a major player in the source of your energy. Reason being, your energy does not come from muscles or the protein in general, though you do get a little bit of energy from protein just in the fact that your body doesn't have to work so hard pulling things away to produce that energy. Fat is your main source of energy. As such, if you are heavily overweight, as in obese, morbidly obese, somewhere around 30 to 40% body fat, in short, if you have a large quantity of body fat on you, your body can utilize that body fat for fuel without needing any necessary outside nutrients. Though, as a caveat, you will be losing a little bit of muscle in a fully fasted process, but in general, you can live for easily a week to 2 weeks without any food, just water, if you have a large quantity of body fat percentage. So the main source of energy that you're going to be getting onto the ketogenic diet is fat. Fat is the cleanest and easiest fuel for your body to utilize when you are in ketosis. You have 2 sources of fuel while being in deep ketosis. One is your body fat, and one is your nutritional fat that you're going to be getting through eating food. Now, I hope this kind of explains the general macronutrients side of the video. In summary, fat is the fuel that you want your body to burn. Protein is going to repair any damage that you have done to your muscles as far as working out and maintaining that muscle mass that you already have. Carbohydrates is going to be feeding your brain its energy and also giving a general maintenance of fiber through your gut system, gut biome, and intestinal system, and also a few other little tiny things that your body needs carbohydrates for, which can be gotten through gluconeogenesis if you are low in your carbohydrates. The 20 grams per day that is touted all the time for carbohydrates in the ketogenic diet is very easily brought down to 5 or 6 and gives you no problem whatsoever because of gluconeogenesis. The very basic explanation of macronutrients is just the separation of the 4 major macronutrients that you get throughout the day. One being something you don't want to have every day. You have protein, you have fats, you have carbohydrates. Then the 4th is alcohol. Alcohol is considered to your body a poison. Technically, glucose, carbohydrates, also is considered a poison in how your body reacts to it, but I'm not going to get into that argument. When in ketosis and you intake a lot of alcohol, you get drunk, you are going to be knocked out of ketosis. Being knocked out of ketosis does not always mean you have to struggle to get back onto it. The difference is your liver is going to stop producing ketones and start processing the alcohol that is going to kill you, which can happen if you keep drinking at a pace that got you drunk for 5 or 6 hours. And your body's going to be processing those nutrients in a specific order, going from highest priority to get rid of to lowest priority to get rid of out of your body is alcohol, because it's a poison, carbohydrates because it's an inflammatory nutrient, fat because it is not an inflammatory nutrient and a cleaner, slower burning fuel, and protein because it is a healing nutrient that your body utilizes to maintain all of the muscle mass. Next, a really basic general kind of outline of a fasting diet, intermittent fasting, timed fasting, and all that sort of thing is going to be eating in a feeding window, right? We're not animals, so we don't have feeding windows exactly, but I always like to say it's an intermittent fasting. I've kind of learned that that's not the exact word. Sorry, I'm having trouble with the headphones. I've kind of learned that that's not the exact word to use, but in general, if you are fasting for 16 hours, which is basically skipping breakfast, eating in between noon and 8 o'clock at night, you have a 16/8 intermittent fast. I eat only 1 meal a day, which means I have approximately a 23/1 intermittent fast schedule. I don't deviate from this very often, but when I do, I'm usually only about 16 to 8 at the most. I do not eat breakfast. I'm not a really big lunch person. I drink a lot of water, a lot of sodium and potassium in that water, and that may be a video for a later date, kind of a quick recipe. I would love to get recipes back on the channel. Okay, that's pretty much the end of the video. I don't really know what more I can do onto this subject, making a short kind of quick rundown type video, unless I get into the science of it. And right now, my situation as far as equipment and things like that, I've complained before about it on the channel, is on a very, very low side. So I'm going to leave it into general. Hopefully I can kind of just explain it in the video and you understand it. Hopefully it's concise. If you have any questions you want me to explain in video, leave a comment below or email me directly at ketogenicgym@gmail.com. You can check out my Instagram, the same name. Pretty much those are the only two things I have going. I need to get back onto Twitter, but basically you search Ketogenic Gym, you'll find me, hopefully, and shoot me a question. I will process everything and set up a video, or I can talk to you directly for any type of coaching. Get in touch with me, ketogenicgym@gmail.com. I hopefully will have a little bit of a meal plan type thing set up that you may have access to, and leave me some reviews onto that. It'd be most appreciated. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks.